up to reactions involving in the last class we have seen reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. We are in this topic, right? In alcohols, we are looking at the reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. Previously we have completed cleavage of OH bond. Now we are seeing CO bond cleavage. In that first reaction we have already seen. What is that reaction? Reaction with HX. Reaction with HX. There we have studied that, for example, HCl with ZnCl2 anhydrous zinc chloride. Lucas reagent. About Lucas reagent we have studied there. And also I said that Lucas reagent can differentiate between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. If tertiary alcohols are made to react with Lucas reagent, then immediate precipitation will occur. Immediate precipitation will occur, right? Similarly, when secondary alcohols is treated with Lucas reagent, this requires certain room temperature heating, or somewhat room temperature is required. Then you will get a precipitate after some time. But primary alcohols does not produce the precipitate at room temperature. So this is what we have seen, room temperature. Or next we have seen reaction. Next reaction is reaction with PX3. Now PX3 means phosphorus halides, trihalides we are taking. Okay. Now this reaction particularly we have seen in the synthesis methods. Of haloalkanes from alcohols. The same reaction we are going to repeat here. Alcohols on reaction with halogenating agents like PBr3 converted to haloalkanes. Okay. And the byproduct is H3PO3, phosphorus acid, right? So these are the reactions that comes under cleavage of CO bond. I think up to here we have seen in the last class. Now what is the next reaction in this means? The next reaction is dehydration. Next reaction is dehydration. Now in dehydration reaction, what is happening? We are heating alcohol with acids, mineral acids like sulfuric acid, or you can take HCl2O4, any acid, mineral acid, or you can also take anhydrous aluminum chloride or anhydrous ZnCl2 also for dehydration. Then you will get here alkene. Okay, dehydration means removal of one hydrogen atom and one OH atom takes place. So these two together forms H2O, and the bonds here it will become pi bond. So that is dehydration. It is similar to like beta elimination reaction. Simply it is elimination of water. Elimination of water is called dehydration, which can be done in mineral acids, heating with mineral acids, or with anhydrous reagents, anhydrous AlCl3 or anhydrous ZnCl2, etc. So in this we are going to study in detail about the mechanism of dehydration. Okay, mechanism of dehydration, that will continue. Now we will continue with the dehydration reaction. Dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration reaction. Actually, this is also called as acid catalyzer. Acid catalyzer. Acid catalyzer dehydration, because here we are doing in acidic medium, so it is also called as acid catalyzed dehydration. In exam sometimes they ask like this: acid catalyzed dehydration of ethanol to ethene. Then we need to write the mechanism along with the reaction. So for example, we will take ethanol example only. Basically they ask that CH3 CH2OH. I am writing like this: ethanol. Ethanol on reaction with or on heating with, you can say on heating with sulfuric acid, produces ethene plus water. Ethene plus water. So this reaction, ethanol converted to product ethene. Okay. Now we have mechanism. Mechanism is also important in this reaction. Now in this step 1 I am writing here. It takes place in 3 steps. Step 1. Step 1 is protonation. Protonation of alcohol or ethanol. This is step 1, and it is fast step. Okay, that is, I am writing ethanol in complete structure. This is ethanol, complete structure I am writing here. You know that oxygen carries here 2 pairs, 2 lone pairs of electrons. Now this is happening in acidic medium, as you know. We are taking H2SO4, acidic medium. So the lone pair present on the oxygen is given to the H base. So that here protonated alcohol is forming, that is, proton is attacking on the alcohol, oxygen. So I would like to write like this only in elaborated structure only I am writing. So now the oxygen is carrying 2 hydrogen atoms with a positive charge. Okay, positive charge. Step 2 is step 2. This can, it is actually reversible also. So I like to write like this: upside arrow, forward arrow, backward. And this is fast step. It is fast. Second step, I am continuing from here, this reaction. Now in the second step, what happens is formation of carbocation takes place in the second step. That is, that structure I am writing here. Now the oxygen with 2 hydrogen atoms, positive charge. You know that it is unstable, right? So this bonded, along with this bonded pair of electrons, this is eliminated out. Bonded pair is taken by the oxygen, so that it is eliminated as a water, dehydration, removal of water. Okay, and this step is slow step, rate determining step. So formation of carbocation is happening now. So now the carbon is carrying the positive charge. And the next step is, step 3 is deprotonation or removal, you can say, or you can say deprotonation. Protonation. Okay? That is removal of proton. I write here removal of proton. H plus, proton or H plus. Now removal of proton from where? Okay, from this carbon the removal will be done. You see, this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. It is alpha because functional group is attached here, so it is alpha. It is beta carbon, right? So proton is eliminated from beta position. It is similar to beta elimination. Okay, 1,2 elimination reaction. So deprotonation, proton is eliminated. Now this molecule I am writing here. Oxygen carrying positive, carbon carrying positive. Now what is happening here? Deprotonation is happening. That is, one of the proton, one of the hydrogen atom from beta position gives this bond pair to the carbocation and H plus is eliminated. So I am writing like this now. The bonded pair becomes pi bond here. This bond pair of electron becomes pi bond here. So pi bond plus H plus H plus. So finally ethene is obtained from ethanol. This reaction is also called acid catalyzed dehydration. Okay, or it is simply elimination reaction. It is elimination reaction. Okay. Okay. Now we will see some more examples here in dehydration of alcohols. Here, ethyl alcohol on dehydration with sulfuric acid at 443 kelvins of temperature produces ethene. Okay. Similarly, 2-propanol on heating with 85% phosphoric acid at 440 kelvins produces propene. Similarly, tertiary butyl alcohol tertiary butyl alcohol on heating with 20% phosphoric acid at 358 kelvins of temperature produces 2-methyl propene. 2-methyl propene. Now in these particular examples, if you really carefully observe it, in the first example what I have taken is it is primary alcohol. 2-propanol is, as you know, it is secondary alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol is a tertiary alcohol. What do you observe in these three cases? Primary alcohols require concentrated sulfuric acid, powerful acid, and strong acid at high temperature for dehydration reaction. Secondary alcohol requires a little bit less concentrated acid compared to the primary, and also little bit less temperature for dehydration. Tertiary alcohol requires less percentage of acid, that is you can say it is a less strength or smaller, weaker, little bit weak acid, you can say, little bit strength is less here, and less temperature for dehydration reaction. Now what does this infer? That is, as you know, dehydration reaction proceeds through formation of carbocation, right? So tertiary alcohols are going to form stable carbocation, and they require a very less temperature relative to primary alcohols for elimination of water. So tertiary alcohols elimination is faster compared to secondary and primary. Okay, that you can observe through this example. Here strong acid, high temperature, a little bit less percentage, less temperature. Here much more less. Okay, and here temperature is also much more less. So that is tertiary alcohols easily undergo elimination. So now we have seen reactions of alcohols in which OH bond is cleaved, one set of reactions, and also in which CO bond is cleaved. So two types of reactions we have seen. Now we will see oxidation reactions. Of alcohols. Okay. Now what is oxidation? Basically oxidation means addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. What is happening in case of alcohols means oxidation of alcohols involves formation of carbonyl group. By breaking or by cleavage, you can say, of CH and OH bonds. CH and OH bonds. Now I'll write some example, then you'll understand what is this. For example, if this is one if this is one alcohol, let us take. Okay. Now I said you that oxidation of alcohols involves formation of carbonyl group, C double bond group, by breaking CH and OH bonds. Let us assume this bond is cleaved now, one CH bond, and also this bond is cleaved, one OH bond. Now what will happen if two hydrogens are removed? Then between carbon and oxygen one new bond will appear, right? So it is removal of hydrogens. Removal of hydrogens, and how I am writing here, one hydrogen remains here and one more hydrogen remains. Now there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. So what is this here? What is this happening? Removal of hydrogen, right? So I can say here oxidation is dehydrogenation. Okay. Here how oxidation is taking place? By removal of hydrogens. Here one hydrogen, here one hydrogen. So this is dehydrogenation, removal of hydrogen. So that is oxidation of alcohols involves what? Formation of CO, carbonyl group, by breaking CH bonds and OH bonds. Okay. So this is called as dehydrogenation or oxidation. Okay. Examples we will see. Examples we will see, that is ethyl alcohol. Okay, ethyl alcohol. Okay, ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol on oxidation. Here oxidation means what? Removal of one hydrogen from here and one hydrogen from here. It is converted into CH3CHO. Okay. And there are many oxidizing agents, as you know. One of the oxidizing agent here I am writing chromium trioxide, CrO3. If you treat ethyl alcohol with CrO3, it is converted to ethanol. Okay, that is ethanol is converted to ethanol. Okay, now you remember the same reaction, same oxidation with CrO3 only. If you are doing the oxidation of 2-propanol to propanol, okay, oxidation with chromium trioxide produces propanone, that is propanol converted to propanone. So here if you observe, ethanol is a primary alcohol, right? It is primary alcohol. Primary alcohol on oxidation with chromium trioxide produces what? Produces aldehydes. Second, this 2-propanol is what? It is secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohols on oxidation with CrO3 produces ketones. Okay. Tertiary alcohols are not easy to oxidize. If you use strong oxidizing agents like acidified potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate, then tertiary alcohols can be oxidized. but they are not oxidized to aldehydes and ketones. They are directly oxidized to mixture of carboxylic acids. Okay. Next example. Now in the next oxidation reaction, we'll study about pyridinium chlorochromate, which is a somewhat mild oxidizing agent. Okay, pyridinium chlorochromate, it is a complex formed by mixing pyridine with chromium trioxide and HCl. This particular mixture is called pyridinium chlorochromate, PCC reagent. Okay, and there is also another reagent called PDC, that will see in competitive, pyridinium dichromate. Okay, now let us see what is a PCC. PCC is one of the mild oxidizing agent. Then compared to KMnO4 or K2CrO7 or CrO3 itself. Okay. Now PCC can do same oxidation reaction, that is, it can oxidize primary alcohols to aldehydes, that is ethyl alcohol to ethanaldehyde. Similarly, secondary alcohols also it can oxidize to ketones. And PCC is such a mild oxidizing agent that it will not do oxidation of pi bonds in the organic compounds. For example, if I take this compound is called as crotyl alcohol. This is called as crotyl alcohol. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-ene butanol. Okay, but-2-enol. This particular compound is called common name crotyl alcohol. Basically, this group is called crotyl group. Okay, this group CH3 CH double bond CH2 group is also called crotyl group. Crotyl, like we have vinyl allyl. The next one is crotyl. So PCC can oxidize crotyl alcohols to crotonaldehyde. It will not affect the pi bonds. It will only do the oxidation of alcoholic. So crotyl alcohol is oxidized to crotonaldehyde. It is oxidized to crotonaldehyde. So PCC is mild oxidizing agent. It will not affect the pi bonds. It will not do oxidation of pi bonds. Okay. Next examples. Now we have seen oxidation with CrO3 and also PCC. Next we will see oxidation with copper metal. Oxidation with copper metal. Alcohols can be oxidized with copper metal also. And in these examples, let us take first example, ethanol. Ethanol on heating with copper metal. Okay, on heating with copper metal, that is passing ethanol gas through copper surface at 573 kelvins. Then ethanol is converted to ethanaldehyde, ethyl alcohol to ethanaldehyde. Similarly, If I take 2-propanol, 2-propanol on oxidation with copper metal, it is converted to propanone. Tertiary butyl alcohol on heating with copper at 573 produces alkene. It produces alkene. So you find the differences now. Copper oxidation, primary alcohols converted to aldehydes. Secondary alcohols are converted to ketones. And with tertiary alcohols, what is happening? Alkenes are formed as products. That is specialty of copper oxidation. Okay.